Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Sensu Pop channel. Dragon Ball Super Card Game Direct has just happened, and what did they do this time? They showed the new expert deck that is coming out in 2022. Every year we kind of have one. Last year it was the Towa deck that looks really nice. It was a super fun deck, and this year what are we going to be getting? As you can see from the cover art, from the thumbnail, and also from here, the presentation, I actually don't know where is it. You know it is gonna be Cell. It's not just Cell, it's gonna be a reboot Cell. We used to have this leader before. They are taking it, reworking it, make it more relevant to this meta, and we are gonna be playing with it. So if you're as excited as I am, because I kind of like this leader, I kind of like the androids a lot. If you know, check out my channel, then you will know it better. We are going to be taking a look at what is coming out for this. How is it? Is it good? Is it playable right out of the box? Let's take a look what's going to happen here. The first thing that we want to take a look at is, of course, the revamp leader. What did they do to this guy to make it more relevant to the meta? The first one is instead of placing a card underneath the leader, like in set 2, now you have to place an android card. This is more akin to the current meta, where things are a little bit more thematic. They try to lock down to prevent like really wild shenanigans that we can pull, like crazy out of the box not out of the box, out of the outside boundary of the box strategy. Of course. And the awakening, this is something that they did it really well. So for less life, or when you have 3 or more cards, now your opponent cannot really delay you. You are going to be awakened no matter what. Actually, this leader, it's going to awaken really fast. I'm going to show you, instead of drawing 2 cards, to untap 1 energy, and then you draw 2 cards, which is really good. I like it. The awaken side is the same. Instead of placing a card, you place an android card, and activate main once per turn. You place 2 cards into your drop area. If you do that, you're able to pop one of your opponent's battle card. It doesn't need to be in rest mode, it is not yellow, and then you gain 5k and crit. So this guy, it's gonna swing at 20k crit. There is also a new Unison card that comes with this. This guy is Dr. Jiro Evo activation. Really nice card. I love this card a lot. I see the background. I think I can do a lot of this animation stuff with it. There is it can only do a +1, and when you discard an android card, you draw 1 card, and this card gains 10k. So this card can swing at 15. Really a good idea. And if this guy, it's being removed from your Unison area to a drop area, if you discard a card, your opponent has to discard a card too. Make it a little bit more painful. And you say, hey, we are discarding a lot of cards into a drop area. Is that a good idea? Actually, this deck kind of caters for it. There is quite a bit of this drop area interaction. We are going to be taking a look at the android cards right now, because you know if there is no android, there is no Cell. The first one is Android 17, Absorption Imminent. This is your searcher. When you play, look up the top 5, pick a green android card and add it into your hands. It's not a green android card that costs 5 or less. It's directly a green android card. So this is a really good card. Activate main, you take this card and put it under your leader. Remember, your leader has the ability to pop something when you place 2 underneath, or has the ability to awaken. So this card, it's actually really good. And then you have 18, Absorption Imminent. This is not a searcher, but you can draw a card when you play it, and then same thing, put it under your leader if you want to activate main. Alright, but the thing is, one of the stars of this new set is Android 17 and 18. This has the character trait of 17 and 18. When you, if your leader card is a mono green card, you place this card underneath your leader card, you get to draw a card. And if your leader KOs an opponent's card, when your opponent card, battle card is KO'd, right? With one of your leader skill, when you put it, you can KO something of your opponent. You get to play this card from hand. This card is unique. This card is critical. The problem with this card, this card is 10k. If this card is 15k, this card is the best card in this deck. Alright, but this is not. This is 10k. That means it can only hit your opponent when he is not awakened, but it's a free play. 10k crit when you put it under your leader. 17 and 18, you can use it as both character, and then you place it under leader, you get to draw a card. I think it's good enough. Everyone playing the Cell or Android decks are interested in the Cell chain. So what is Cell chain? Cell chain means it's small Cell, absorb 17, then you go to a mid of Cell, you absorb 18, you go to a big Cell. Usually that is a really big payoff. In set 2, when that 7 drop comes out, I was hating it so much, but the PR, the special rare, looks so good, and so I really have to have it. But that was such a powerful card. Okay, so let's take a look at the new cell chain. This cell chain is actually really simple. You have 2 small cell that brings out the multicolor 4-drop. I'm gonna show it to you later, and they can be played for free when you have a certain condition. The first one is cell starting a simulation, and you place a 17 card underneath from your drop or from your hand. And of course you want to do it from your drop, you don't want to do a -1 from your hand. And you have the other one, which is cell absorption onslaught. It does exactly the same thing. The only difference between them is that this is a green Unison in play and your opponent has no battle card. You can play this in rest mode. The other one is that when your opponent something KO, and then you can play this card in rest mode. I think so. I should have read before that, but you can read it. It's something there. All right, and you are going to be playing the 4-drop multicolor. In the 4-drop multicolor, now we have a new one with the cell Dawn of Despair. This card, it's a 16k barrier that draws 1, and then you are able to tap 1. You absorb a 18 from your drop area, and then you can bring out the perfect cell with the perfect chisel jawline. And here we go. This is the cell perfection reclaim. This is also another 4-drop that you want to play. It depends on which chain that you want to do. I believe that they will give both of us. They will give both here. This is an old one from one of the expert deck. They call it the expert deck at a point of time, or was it simple deck? Expert deck. It wasn't really expert though, because I mean you have to be an expert to play the deck and win, because the leader was really difficult, but maybe that's their definition of expert. However, this is from the old deck, and this one brings out also a 8 cost. The thing is, you cannot do anything else. You have to bring out an 8 cost, so pretty not that good. The first one is a new one. It is going to be Cell Unending Torrent. This is an 8 cost multicolor cell that is a 20k. You can swing 1 time, you take 1 card, you put it into your drop area under this card, and you switch it to active mode, and you can swing another time. 20k, let's be real, no one is gonna care about this. And if this card is removed, you may place 2 cards underneath into drop area instead, and this card will not be removed from your with a skill. I'm not too sure whether is this good or not, though we really have to test this. However, one of the things that I really went through a lot of testing is there is another multicolor 8-cost cell, which is Cell Perfection Misspent. This card, when you play, you can KO one of your opponent's battle card, which is pretty good. And this, you can loop with the 4-drop, and you can keep on looping. Can you endlessly loop though? Not really, because the 4-drop, when you play this card, has to be in your deck, not from your drop area. But you can play the 4-drop from your drop area, and then you can absorb the 18. As long as you has this card into your deck, you can continue to do that. Of course, it plays an 8-drop, so I think you can play this, loop it, and then play the other 8. I think 20k. Not exactly a big boss monster here. So here's a summary on how this deck works. You have your small little androids that you play, absorb into the leader. The leader discard all these android cards into your drop area to do some to KO your opponent's card, and then you swing a little bit harder. Dr. Giro Evil Attraction can also help you to discard all those android cards in your drop area, and all these android cards in your drop area gets absorbed into your cell that is on your battle area, and all these things that you can do to bring out the 8-drop cell to finish the game. Remember, all these 8-drop cells are 20, so I'm not too sure how hard do they hit finally. There's a lot of hand destruction, a lot of KOing, and then of course you have the battle cards on the board that you could swing just to go in for the game. If all else fails, of course there is also another card included. Really sorry for the quality here, because I don't know where I can get a better quality of this. However, this is just you tap 5 and then you bring out your 7-drop cell, which this guy really just ends game, because when he comes out on the board, your opponent chooses 3 cards from their hand, and then the rest of them, they just discard it. So they have only 3 cards in their hands. You just go for it. 30k double strike. Most probably you would win the game. So that is basically the new expert deck that is coming out in 2022. It seems really fun. However, the boss monster, a little bit lackluster. However, this is an expert deck. Maybe there are some new cards that's coming out in set 16 that is going to be that you can able to augment this deck and make it a little bit better. All right, so one of the questions now that you have in your head is, when is this deck coming out? When can you buy it? And of course, I'm gonna provide it to you over here. The release date, it's in May 2022. MSRP 20, 51 card structure deck, all silver foil, so you have no gold stamp, but every single card will be foiled. And then with that, they include also one booster pack. Playable out of the box. I really like it. I think this is going to be a very good deck. The leader is really good. The new Android cards is really good. I just don't think that cell chain is good. However, we can easily fix that with cell rebuff. Do you remember the fuel card? Okay, so I think those are the things that I want to do. Hey guys, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoy it, and a big apologies for the quality of the images here. I do not have the image, but you know what I did? All these are screenshots that I went on a card and save it and put it here, so it's easier for you guys to read. Alright, so I really appreciate if you can give this video a like, subscribe if you want to support me and the channel. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy playing the Dragon Ball Super card game. I definitely hope you guys are okay. Bye.